Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today into all the material that dropped around One Piece Day 2025, specifically the big reveal for Season 2 of the live-action series.
Yeah, huge news. We got the title One Piece Season 2, Into the Grand Line. And that title, well, it tells you almost everything you need to know about the shift.
Exactly. Season 1 did a great job setting up the crew, Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, leaving East Blue. But this, Into the Grand Line, that's a whole new level.
It really is. It's this fabled, incredibly dangerous stretch of sea. The rules are different. The scale is immense. So our mission here is basically to unpack what that actually means for the show.
For the story, the characters, even just how it's going to look and feel.
And the sources, the announcements, they suggest a pretty massive scope. They're apparently tackling several key arcs back-to-back.
Right, saw that. We're talking Logtown first.
Logtown, definitely. Chapters 96 to 100 in the manga. Then the journey over Reverse Mountain, Twin Capes, which they've already teased with some set photos, looks amazing.
Okay, and then they actually hit the Grand Line proper.
That's where it gets really packed. We're looking at Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. That takes us potentially all the way up to Chapter 154.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of ground to cover in one season. Over 50 chapters. Logtown alone is huge. The town of the beginning and the end, where Roger died.
It is. And fitting those other locations, Whiskey Peak's weirdness, the giants on Little Garden, the emotion of Drum Island, it's ambitious. It raises questions about pacing, doesn't it?
For sure. How do you balance all those tones? The showrunners have talked about this, right? About the themes.
Yeah, co-showrunner Matt Owens mentioned it. He said the themes really broaden out now. It's less about just starting the adventure and more about leadership, trust within the crew, frankly, survival.
Because the threats get way bigger. Which brings us to the new cast members. This tells us a lot.
Oh, absolutely. The casting confirms some major players are entering the story. First up, Callum Kerr as Captain Smoker.
That's a big one. Smoker isn't just a villain of the week. He's this relentless Marine, a major recurring obstacle for Luffy.
Exactly. He pursues them into the Grand Line. So right away, their problems with the law escalate significantly.
And then the castings that really signal the complexity ramping up.
Yeah.
Charithra Chandran is Miss Wednesday.
Yeah.
Lyra Abova is Miss All Sunday.
Yes. And that confirms it. Baroque Works is here.
Which is huge. That's not just fighting individual pirates anymore. This is a clandestine, massive criminal organization. Espionage, agents all over.
It completely changes the kind of story they're telling. It requires, much deeper world building, introduces actual political intrigue alongside the action. It's a major step up.
And then, the one everyone's been holding their breath for, Michaela Hoover as Tony Chopper.
Reindeer Doctor. Yeah. Adapting Chopper is, it's a huge creative and technical challenge. Getting that right is crucial.
It really speaks to their confidence, though, doesn't it? Tackling Chopper, plus bringing Joe Trass on as a co-showrunner alongside Matt Owens. They know they need the bandwidth.
Definitely. And it lines up with the production details. They finished principal photography earlier this year, filming in South Africa.
Trying to capture those unique, exotic Grand Line Island looks.
Right. And maybe the biggest sign of confidence, Season 3. Already greenlit.
Before Season 2 even has a release date, that's almost unheard of. That's serious long-term faith from Netflix and Shueisha. They're not just testing the waters anymore.
No, they're clearly planning for the long haul, which connects back to that challenge you mentioned, adapting the really weird stuff.
Yeah, because Little Garden means giants. Drum Island means, Chopper and Devil Fruit transformations that are pretty out there. How do you make that believable in live action?
That's the tightrope walk, isn't it? Balancing fidelity to the source, which is often bizarre and cartoonish with what works on screen visually. But the fact they're including these arcs,
it suggests they think they've cracked it. They're not shying away from the wilder elements that make One Piece what it is.
Which could set a new benchmark for adapting manga and anime, honestly.
So wrapping this up for you, the listener, Season 2 looks like a massive leap. We're moving from the prologue into the real heart of the story, where the world just explodes in scale and complexity. Expect it sometime in 2026.
And the commitment to stuff like Drum Island, which is so core to the crew's emotional journey, it shows they're serious about adapting the soul of the story, not just the plot points.
Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If they've already locked in Season 3 before we've even seen Season 2, what does that signal about the grand plan? Are we looking at the start of something that could actually adapt this enormous story for years, maybe even decades to come? What do you think?